The consumer is everything for the economy. But what happened? We got to dig in. Black Friday is that bellwether we need to pay attention to all here in this episode. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. We are going to explore what's going on inside of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Looking at these details will give us some insight as to what's going on inside the US economy. Of course, that explains a few things going on outside as well. I'm going to bring you the details. We're not going to waste any time. Let's begin. This is the chaos that we had seen in previous years on Black Friday, not happening this year. If you look, actually, just a little Easter egg, a little tidbit there, right in basically the center, that lady is getting hit right in the eye with that 49-inch LCD TV, okay? So right in the eyeball, not fun. Black Friday shaping up to be a dud for retailers as consumer spending slows. And so what I have seen with this is that it's very mixed, very mixed. It depends on where we look. Now, I'm going to show you several statistics right now, but I just want to make it clear. There's overall spending, there's online spending, and like when you break it down and get real granular, you're going to get a lot of different information. What I want to say overall, I want to make this clear that people are spending. There's no question. They will always spend, but they will push themselves way over the edge before they're going to stop. They're never going to stop it and say, I'm going to be cautious. They don't really do that. They spend up to their maximum in debt. I was just talking to a gentleman just days ago and, immigrated to Canada. And so he's, coming from a developing nation, working a job, probably not getting paid very much. And he's telling me about his debt circumstance. I try to pay as much as the credit cards down as I can. I try not to extend it too much. The credit card interest rate is just a burden, this and that. And so I feel for this guy because he got himself involved in this terrible cycle. And I hope that I can do my best to get him out, right? But they have to do that for themselves. I know you probably have people in your family that are in that. Maybe you've been in that circumstance where you just got into the wrong path. You bought the wrong things. The interest started accumulating. It's harder and harder. You're paying the minimum and that stretches out. I hope not, but that's the case, okay? So what we can see is that when we look at the data in a different way, it's going to show us different stuff, okay? So I just want to make that clear. Black Friday finds picky US shoppers waiting for bigger bargains. Consumers are holding out for deeper discounts, threatening earnings. Some high-end retail venues draw crowds despite headwinds. It depends on where you look, very much so. And so what occurred, I found, with my Amazon business, which is now expanding onto other platforms, what I saw was people started shopping, businesses started advertising Black Friday like in October. Okay, so the whole thing was stretched out. And so what people would do is online is they would add it to their cart way earlier, but they wouldn't buy. And so we noticed this because you would get a level of by the way, I'm telling you information the other guys don't know, okay, because they don't do this business. But I can tell you this, okay? I have all the data because I do it myself. When we look at the impressions, okay, that means how many times your listing has been seen. We get this information, and it showed a lot of impressions, much more than was there before. But sales weren't there. You could see how many times they would add it to cart as well, but the sales weren't there. And so we have this data showing us, hey, they're coming, maybe they're adding it to the cart, but where's the purchases? But those purchases would happen on Black Friday, okay? And so people know, they know the drill. They just wait for Black Friday, I'll get a better deal. And what were we doing? Everybody doing the same thing, okay? When Black Friday comes around, you give the discount, people do so. And by the way, everybody was doing actually the week prior. So a whole week prior. This has never happened before. So that's going all the way through Cyber Monday. They would give those deals. So people know that. They're getting savvy to that. And the whole time frame of deal is they know this period of time, everything's on sale. Don't buy it at regular price. The trouble is, what was the actual price? They're worried about like, hey, is this a real price? And a lot of my competitors, all they did was increase their price before and then cut the price so it's back down to the same price, and it makes it look like a sale, but it's not. Okay, you know that. I don't do that shady stuff, but hey, most people do. Black Friday discounts are getting bigger compared to 2021 and 2022. Actually, yeah, the past few years they weren't there, but now we are seeing that, and you could see the breakdown, electronics and so on. This year was a bit better, supposedly. 2023 holiday shopping growth is expected to be the slowest since 2019. Understand that's the growth. So there is growth, but not as big as we have seen previously. And what's generating all that? Credit card usage. Credit card delinquencies return to where we were prior to 2020, the moratoriums. Why? We've got the student loans coming in now. We've got no moratoriums that are in place and so on. Look at the total amount of debt, credit card debt. Of course, what happened? 2020, nobody was spending any money. Everybody's staying at home. They're just buying hand sanitizers and rubbing that all over the place. That was the only thing that they were buying. And so we have this period of time where there was a big pay down on that debt. And don't worry, we surpassed that. So, Visa and MasterCard really love you right now. Let me tell you. This is an article from Seeking Alpha. We'll talk about that more in a second. But you could see that despite higher prices caused by inflation, consumers on Black Friday and Cyber Monday are expected to spend a record amount. And so, you'll see this, the data comes through Adobe. But when we see that, of course, they will spend, but they're spending on their credit cards. And what I think is they're doing a lot more spending online than they're doing in retail because they know they can get the great deals online. Okay. So keep that in mind. And you might be asking yourself, where's my money? Or, where's the money? But in this case here, where's my money? If you know what I'm talking about. All right. Funflation. Funflation drives sporting events. Ticket prices up a whopping 25%. And then we have this as well, which is the 4 reasons why funflation is happening. And this article is talking about Canadians. The same exact thing applies to the US and other places. People want to spend money on events. During 2020 lockdown, they realized, hey, I really love to go on vacation. I really love to go out and see a game or see concerts. They mentioned that as one of the things in here. Concerts. I myself love to do that as well. And that's a great thing because you could spend $50, $100, or in the case of Taylor Swift, I don't even know, what it was, $1,000 or something. People are willing to spend that because they want that experience. They don't necessarily care as much about the flat screen TVs anymore. They want that experience. Do you agree with that? Would you rather spend money on the experience, travel to a new place? Or do you want the flat screen TV? You tell me. So it doesn't matter. I think you're entitled to your own, decisions. This is just an article talking about what's going on with the crime in San Francisco. All you need to know is that the prosperity has declined. There's no question about that. The amount of debt that people are in and crime has gone up considerably. Okay. And that's just all connected in with this. Prices are so high on everything. And governments are unwilling to deal with it. They're just not. They're just going to print more money. It's going to cause more inflation. And certainly we will see the ramifications of that. If you want to get more on Seeking Alpha because you want the latest information, because you want to make better stock decisions, well then, Seeking Alpha's got this really good deal. It's going on right now. I want you to get on that. At least check it out. The link is in the description. I have the best deal. I tried to squeeze the best deal I possibly could. This is what they gave me. So you can check that affiliate link out in the description. Please do. It's just interesting to check it out, even if you're not going to jump on it. It is the best deal that they have right here. I think it's 30% off. But anyway, check the link and you'll see it for yourself. And we have the comment of the day. All right. It goes like this. In my neighborhood, I see inflation disguised as a sale, i.e. a 30% off advertisement for a product that is marked up by the same amount. That is not a sale. Yes, some retailers do this. I see this all the time with my competitors on Amazon. That's not a good thing. it's not a good practice because people, they lose trust in you. Okay. So I have kept, by the way, I've kept my prices locked in, I think at least 3 years now, which is crazy because I'm just getting to squeeze those margins. But that's the way it goes, right? You try to do what you can. So I appreciate you for being here today. This is the situation. I want to know what you think about it. And don't just sit there. Don't just stand there. Take action. Whatever the things that you could do right now to squeeze your bottom line and to increase your top line, now is the time more than ever before. I want to thank you for being here. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out. Each and every day, come and join the Money GPS where we have the latest and greatest info. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.